The time is now. We're back to the ROM. But wow, he's back to the ROMs. I'm in the booth straight dropping dimes. Clark Kent, Daily Planet, the Metropolis Times. I write the raps while I'm under the gun. I see you back to get you some. A little bit of this and a little bit of that. Pure, raw, uncut rap. Back to the ROMs. Now's the time. Time to unwind because back to the ROMs. Back to the ROMs. Now's the time. Time to unwind because back to the ROMs. All right. Go, yo. Huh. I don't remember that being like that. Maybe I can do like that. Do like that. I guess kind of I got a big size computer. Okay. Speaking of which, hopefully next week I will have my own dedicated computer for all purposes, including the show, recording with Alex and stuff, and all that. It's going to be a huge help. It hasn't been the case for all these seasons. I've always had to kind of borrow one, but it looks like we might be getting to that point. So I'm very thankful and excited for that. School Us album sales. Yeah, I'm happy to be back in the home base. It was all right to go out on the road last week, but it's a little challenging. So that's the album. No sales to speak of for the week. All right. So no progress on the country song, but we're not quite focused on that so much right now. YouTube channel. I see I got 116 views right out the gate with the short. I did have a little delay. I was riveted by watching Roger Stone with PBD talk about who killed JFK and all this stuff. So interesting. Really compelling and interesting if that's something you'd like to get a question answered on, or a few. So yeah, we're doing all right with this. The shorts, yeah, I think, yeah, it came back last week. Did I do the short before? When did I do the short? Oh, I did it before in the car, right? So, and it did well, even though the show happened after shorts. I'm just like, it's just so much easier to do all that in this sequence. So I'm just hoping that it doesn't shut down the algorithm or whatever is the deal. So let's just see what happens. Yeah, TikTok, yeah, like 1,700 or something. Very good. And we got Instagram's kind of doing, I don't even remember, I forget to look, but it could be 30 or 50, I don't know. So anyhow, let's see. Okay, people, kind of loud back there. Okay, so that's it. Nothing new there. All right, so rules of engagement. I want to connect that to Bellevue Ballers because I think about this. You know, when you deliver mail and take showers and stuff, delivering mail, which, by the way, my work's going to change because I have to wear a walking boot starting Friday. So let's see how that affects my work and affects my life and everything, because it could be some big. We'll see. I don't know what's going to happen. Okay, so rules of engagement. So what I'm hearing when it comes to Bellevue Ballers, I've been informed that I'm selling too much, and I've had a sales background. I need to not be selling. I need to be doing something other than selling. I need to be saying things that pique the interest of others, and then they show interest and show that they themselves want to do more, not that they're being talked into something. So it's a real skill. It's something I've been trying to get better at, and it's a work in progress. But wow. Okay, so it's a work in progress, but basically, how to affect it. My thing I want to say is, if anyone, me, you, anybody, can effectively develop this skill, then you're in a situation where you can develop a business and no longer be in the trading time for dollars conundrum. And that's the end game. So for me, or hopefully for anybody, and along the way, you can bless people and mentor people and all of those things. So that's kind of something I want to work on more. But again, time is somewhat limited, but it is out there and it's a goal of mine. Music for Back to the Rhymes. So I did show you the one song I'm going to be throwing out there. But again, well, let's go back to what's going on with Alex and the group. So I'm very excited. And I think I saw Tom. Did I even mention that? I saw him last Sunday at church, but maybe because I was on the road, I was a little out of it. So I probably didn't mention it. So I'm going to see Alex tomorrow. Tom wants to have a song. And I think that's an absolute going to happen. So what I see happening, though, is when you take Alex and myself, and then we add in my man from church, I have to talk to him about, he's really behind the scenes right now, but man, he completes it. And then Tom is kind of a little cherry on the top, so to speak. And then you take into account, we got Will, we got Noah, we got a team, So all people play their parts. The point person really is Alex, but in a sense, he has his area and I have mine. Mine being, like I say, I've never really recorded before, but with my friend's help from church who can create beats. And all I got to do is show up with the computer, figure out, and now having my own computer to use, Audacity, I think, just figuring out how to push the buttons. He knows how to make it, because I never had the confidence to make the beat. I used to play trumpet and all this stuff. I wasn't even aware of that, or he brought it up, but I forgot. So no problem for him. Making a beat, no problem. The beat, the kind of the riff or whatever Alex is putting down, and whatever else we can do around it, we got the framework for the songs we're going to make. So I think we're in position to do something. Like I said, he could play trumpet. Maybe I can find someone to play a little guitar. Maybe with the Audacity, maybe I fool around with some sounds in there, some effects. So let's see. My challenge, of course, is going to be my time. But at least that's everything we need to do it is there at our disposal. And then it just becomes an issue how fast we can move it along. And if I get stuck, Noah or whatever. So that's what I see. I'll see Alex tomorrow. That's what I'm going to tell him what I see. And because from my part, I've contributed, most of these songs. Alex has an idea for lyrics for a song. And then if you add Tom and Alex's son, inspired one, basically I kind of was messing with him and we came up with a song, really good, funny. So that's what we got, and we got something. We got what we need, and we just start building it. I'm just happy, very excited, and just we're going to see at what pace we can go. But I think we're in good shape. So yeah, but the key was my man from church. Key, important, so important. And then it just clicked. I'm like, oh, we got what we need. Because we were thinking, who's going to record? Who's going to do this? Who's going to join? No, we're done. I mean, anything else is great, but we got our bases covered. So I'm very happy to report that. Merch. So yeah, we're targeting middle to late February to be done with the album. That's the goal. Oh shoot, I forgot to show a thumbnail. It's almost kind of a negative, but I'll have to save it for another time. All right. So that's the merch. Went by the skate shop, saw my man, the main man of the skate shop, but he looked kind of focused and I don't want to always be in there. Saturday's my day to go in there because all my restroom options are closed basically. But I don't want to be every time talking about, oh man, what's going on with the shirts? He didn't. Hey Jeff, your shirts are just, we can't keep them in stock. That didn't happen. So, and then my guy on the Av, do want to follow up with him. Okay, Trump's gonna thump. Hearing a lot about his dance. Gotta get him dancing that Trump's gonna thump. Cabinet picks and all that stuff. I think, what was the deal? Okay, I think I mentioned that last week, so I'm going to talk about it again. I guess Kesh, is I say his name, Patel for FBI? That would sound like a. So when it comes to these picks, these cabinet picks, it's like, oh yay, oh darn, oh yay, oh darn, So it's kind of a mixed bag. But we'll just see if it's a overall should be a good thing. So you'll be glorified. So I was talking to some of my other friend at church today, and she wants to hear it. She didn't have a way. I might have to think I'll bring headphones to church maybe, because that's really not a good way to get all this crowd noise, people talking. If she doesn't get around to listening to it, which is easily possible, I would be surprised, and I get it, But she was willing to listen to it if we could have had a way for her to hear it today. So that's encouraging. Very encouraged about that. I think we'll get somewhere based on what I'm hearing. I think there's some real possibility. So I'm very thankful for that. Current events wise, nothing that I can think of so much. Yeah, I don't have much. I don't have anything. Yeah, who cares? That's it. All right, so let's keep going with the song. Yeah, I got my dictionary today, thankfully. All right, so I'm coming at it with the southern kind of, and in my short, I did like I put in Eric B. and Rakim. I had to listen to I Know You Got Soul. That's a jam, forever a jam. All right, so hit him with the Bible. Go on, hit him with the Bible. All right, let's start here. We ain't gonna get it all in theology. We ain't gonna get all in theology. We simply just gonna keep it simple. What else could we even do? Got to acknowledge you know who. God, that's who. Disregard the one who brought us here. Nah. For us, that ain't the road. We know it all starts with, it ends with him. The Alpha, Omega. He's Alpha, not Beta. You some kind of hater. You some kind of instigator, antagonist. You blind. You got to sign my list. Better take off them scales. Better know the time. Or you should start ducking because they out of line. How we going to straighten them out? We're going to hit them with the Bible. 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 I don't know if I did it enough times. So in our Sunday school, Will's up there talking about this is how God's chosen to communicate with us, right? So, by the way, and I did have a conversation with my physical therapist. So Kwame Kilpatrick, I believe, former mayor of Detroit, has been hit with the Bible, and he's come to the Lord, and he's turned his life around and all of that. So it was really interesting to hear from him. I never really heard of him until my physical therapist brought him up because he's from Detroit area. But those kind of life transforming testimonies are exciting. But I guess the person who was challenging him when he was in prison was like, don't come to Jesus, going to hell, and just straight basically the direct approach, and it got his attention eventually. Everyone's got Oh, here's what I was going to say, and I think I'll put in my second verse, because we kind of there's a lot of things. This world offers a lot, right? There's a lot out at our disposal in this world, and it came to my mind that I had been seeing a chiropractor, and her thought was to give gift certificates to give the gift of chiropractic for a free, initial session. And because of her personal experience, that was a blessing, is a gift of chiropractic. In my personal case, it didn't have that I haven't had that life altering experience with it. I've had some maybe borderline benefits, but that's just me. Somebody else could have just life altering. Bellevue Ballers the same, faith the same. What can we say? Why does God, what should we do? What should we ask God about? Why? And anyone could say, God, why did you choose me to see you or want to know you, whereas all these others don't seem to? Now, until the end is here, they can turn that way. They can, that could be a gift, basically. The gift of the Bible, the gift of the Word, the gift of the Father, the Son, everything, Spirit. So it's just an interesting way to think about it, the gift of chiropractic, right? And again, it's not across the board. It's just some people get touched, So how would I say that? We're going to hit them with the Bible. Blindsided. Okay, so I don't have the Bible here, which is pretty bad, and I didn't put them on my thumbnail. Wow, I'm really struggling. Blindsided, knocked off your feet. This is going to be kind of reference to Paul. He was hit not with the actual Bible, but by Jesus, putting scales, because I talked about scales, so that's why I'm kind of wanting to go to that. Better take off these scales, right? Blindsided, knocked off your feet. Off your feet. God, you could persecute. But you ain't persecute me. You ain't persecute me. You thought you could stop me. I'm kind of speaking for the Lord here, but kind of saying, you thought you could stop me. But I just turned your world upside down. To inevitably set you free. It's just interesting to think. And if you think about what Paul was doing, Saul before he was Paul, and Will talked about, did he talk about it? Saul, or someone mentioned Saul, if you're, Hebrew, but Paul, Greek, that might be it. But anyhow, so again, these guys were, okay, there's been people trying to wipe out a whole, they talk about genocide, right? Kill them where you find them, right? Kill all the Jews, and that was kind of Hitler's thing, what he was promoting. Maybe I heard that he was the only one who really wanted the actual genocide, total eradication of all of them. I don't know. How would you ever do that? You can never really fully do something like that. What a crazy, especially when you talk about how many people are on the earth compared to, there's billions compared to way back when there's a smaller population. With all the mixings of people being mixed, was the goal to just make it so anybody who was outwardly, practicing observant Jew, to just get rid of them? Because I don't mean, how in the world? I suppose if you go into, if you get some real wicked people going forward with DNA tests and Ancestry.com and all this kind of stuff, man, I suppose you might be able to go through people's genealogy. That's a scary thought, right? Really scary. So, yeah. I don't know. Can't really do it. But here's Paul, again, in its infancy, trying to stop this movement of the way, So, and I was learning that Bible Project how there wasn't physical Bibles with until they could bind. I guess they just had scrolls and stuff. So an actual Bible to carry around wasn't happening back then. But I'm just kind of using this, just talking about it. But in the end, a lot of people are lukewarm a lot, but there are people who are hostile. Yeah, I don't know. Not if this is the most unchurched part of this country, we got churches everywhere. That's not the issue. We can't take it for granted, but there are places where it's very hard to do business if you're a Christian to even operate, right? So in this case, I am talking about, I'm just using that analogy, but what are we going to keep talking about? So blindside, knocked off your feet. Thought you could persecute, but you ain't persecute me. You thought you could stop me, but I just turned your world upside down to inevitably set you free. All right. So if we go with that, what are you? Why? Then resist something so amazing. Why then resist something so amazing? No doubt a gift. See how I wanted to put gift with resist, but how do I get the words? No doubt resist. No doubt a gift. Now I've got my song. I guess I won't necessarily break it down here, but I'm listening to that. I got soul. I think you got 4 verses in there. I'm kind of holding back, man. I might need to get on it. I might need to do more than 2, all the time. Be in such a hurry to get to the next song. It kind of inspired me. I will say that. The other thing I was noticing on lyrics, I didn't go back and check it. Like a Bad Moon Rising, they were rhyming like verse 1 and verse 3, verse 2 and verse 4 were all rhyming. I think that happened in Margaritaville. He did rhyme 1, 2, and then there's a third verse, and then 3 and 4, 4 and 5 rhyme, and then 3 and 6 rhyme. I'm just kind of checking it out. I'm like, maybe I need to get on. I think I might research a little bit. I need to challenge myself maybe to do some songs like that. I think that might be good. All right. Why then resist? Something so amazing, no doubt a gift. The goal, uplift, not beat down, Bible thump, God loves a cheerful giver. God loves a cheerful receiver. If God loves a God loves a God loves a cheerful giver. God loves a cheerful receiver. God loves a cheerful. I'm working on this. Hold on. God loves a cheerful. A sincere seeker who no doubt loves a cheerful believer. God, I knew what I wanted to say to lead into the verse, and I'm not quite. What we gonna do? And if you don't cheer up and straighten up, what we gonna do? We're going to hit them with the Bible. That's what I want to say. But anyway, we'll talk more about this next time on Back to the Rhymes.